Hello, world. All right, we are back again. It is I, Crownson, and the other co-host is Jay True.
What's up?
And this is the Healing Chefs podcast. The Healing Chef coming from Chief being a leader. Everyone I have on here, I believe, is a leader in their own way. Today's chef is, as you guys know, on IG at Hollywood Betty.
Ooh, thank you.
All right, everybody calm down. All right. Thank you for coming. And I say that too much. Someone was saying that, but
We'll count them.
count them up.
Everybody
Take
keep track.
You have to take a hit every time I say write it down. All right. So with that being said, before we get into the first segment, can you explain to people a little bit what you do, other than also Happy Mother's Day
to
you and all moms.
Yes.
Yeah, could you go ahead and explain to people a little bit, like at least your IG and whatnot that you do?
Yeah. Hollywood Betty of Essence is about women empowerment and doing that with the confidence found through cannabis and the combination of that along with burlesque and the women who've pioneered a path for us through burlesque. And also, you got me with those now.
It's okay.
And the performance that I do combines both cannabis along with burlesque and incorporates the two in a very sensual combination that expresses a more artistic side of myself through a burlesque inspired routine. And so I post a lot of those little clips and outfits, and I express myself a lot through themes within my outfits as well. So fashion's a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure. I seen the Pink Panther. That was, and then I actually used the that for something in my story later on, because I was like, oh yeah, Pink Panther, because I had heard that. That's pretty dope.
There we go.
Some little themes there. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and jump into the first segment, which is Cannabis Journey. So Cannabis Journey is all about how you found cannabis yourself and where you're at with it now.
Okay.
Other than the dab we just took.
Well, that put me in a good place of where I'm at right now.
Nice.
So cannabis kind of found me in a way within the community of just being around people who smoked. I think it made me curious, obviously, to try. Party favor at first, but it sort of allowed me to explore more of my creative side that just came out naturally and intuitively. But it was probably right around 2012 to 2014 is when I really found cannabis to be medicinal for myself. I went through quite an abusive relationship and just had a past there that allowed me to block off and become very numb to feelings and other people and trusting. And so I became very reclused, very, closed into myself. And cannabis allowed me to kind of put away a lot of that PTSD and a lot of that anxiety socially, and really flourish within myself and that vulnerability that you can tap into, and also find like-minded individuals who are going through similar journeys as yourself and have found medicinal benefits within the plant. So that has allowed me to navigate what my dosage is like, what kinds of things, do I prefer flower, do I prefer concentrate, and really experience, the real qualities that are brought out within the cultivation of cannabis and just the actual process that you get different concentrates from to manipulate those dosages, allow yourself to really enjoy yourself while on the plant. And
like when the Pot Buddha was on here, he's like measuring out and actually medicating, starting weighing it out and figuring that stuff. So yeah, that's a, as we're younger and we got older, we focus on more of like what's actually working instead of just getting blazed. But I mean, I don't know, we
have a good balance, right? There's a balance.
Both me, True, and I just end up like I talk about like trying to do that, and then it's immediately like, well, if I just take one more dab, I'm gonna be like right there, like right there.
Whenever you're thinking one more, it's always enough.
Yeah. I feel that though, because more and more lately, I'm trying to be more of a functional high
Exactly.
I'm functional. Like,
so I say that, but then I also nap. So, but thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So, but
that kind of loops to where I'm at right now with it, is that level. I can't remember my routines and my moves and balance. If
something that we asked is like, what age did you like? Around what age? Like I myself started 13. Now, obviously, it wasn't like every day when I was 13 because I didn't have like a job or anything.
yeah. So I had experimented in teenage years, but really realistically, probably around 23.
23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Same for me.
Yeah. Fair enough. I was still. I was a little. I was smoking in the army, so like, which I ended up getting caught. But it is what it is. I've kind of been about one thing. So with that, yeah, enjoy it. With that being said, did you start with I got the brick weed and the seeds and all that. Did you get to skip that?
No, I went through that rite of passage for sure. I was grinding up, or
the soda cans.
Yep, doing saving all those. I used to love the seeds, honestly. I thought they were so cool, but the weed was just not.
Now, I did have somebody like not too long ago when I lived in Missouri and was a debt collector. She would like cook the seeds and stems in butter and stuff. Like, we're gonna get high with it. I'm like, no, we're not. I'm like, you're gonna. Thank you. So yeah, we wouldn't eat that. But so you said that you have found, what is it that you do prefer? So do you prefer flower? Do you prefer the concentrates?
Concentrates are really where it's at for me. I've gotten a lot more explorative into that, and what they're doing with a lot of hash resin, these days is really great. I think a lot of companies are kind of navigating, those waters and
like between live resin and rosin. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my main preference for sure.
All right. Yeah. I need to more and more look at, even I'm a chef and I make edibles. I need to actually make more edibles because
you
do. Yeah. Did you like that one that I made?
Yeah.
I make Sonic Ocean Water gummies.
Oh, okay. Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah. I need to, but we are having a meal. I'm gonna cook short ribs and polenta for the homies here coming up soon.
Yum.
So, do you prefer, another thing that we like to ask people? Do you prefer? Are you more of like a gas terp or a fruit terp?
I do like those gassy terps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the flavor. I think it really heats up well, whether low or hot dabs. So, for me, you taste at either temp.
Is that maybe because the fruit terps are maybe a little more volatile?
Yeah, they're a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah,
to heat.
I like that. That's a new.
It's another reason why I like.
That's an undeniable. I mean, hey, leave it to a woman to explain it to a guy, right?
We'll take that on Mother's Day. I'll take that
to a chef. I do some things right, guys. I'm not perfect at anything, at all. I'm okay at things, but awesome. So, okay, gas terps and sativa, indica. Well, I mean, those are all relative terms. Are you looking for? Does it bring upper? Yeah.
I like a good blend. And more indica heavy though.
For sure. Yeah. Okay.
I'm already a pretty vibrant sort of, bring the energy type of person. So I usually don't need too much to enhance much of that. It will trigger some anxiety for me, or just a little too much too quick kind of feeling with a pure sativa.
I resemble that remark. Like, you need to give me something probably to, like, I mean, I'm already drinking stuff that I probably shouldn't be anyway. I'm trying to constantly, it's just this weird roller coaster balance.
Yeah, you're either here or you're napping. It's hard to get you in between.
He's paying attention better than I am. To my own words. Awesome. So, we'll go ahead and jump into the next segment, which is Trip Tales. I was going to yesterday, but it just kept getting later in the day, and I'm like, this is not probably a good idea. Sorry, everybody. We were having side talk, table talk. No table talk. So Trip Tales. Trip Tales is all about psychedelic experiences, news, questions, things that are going on. Do you have any like psychedelic experiences? Like myself, being a veteran with PTSD, ketamine treatments are really what kind of set me back, set that anger demon back, and let me kind of focus on trying to do things. And it comes back, and we got to have another. I'm not healed. This is why it's healing shows. Like, sorry everybody, I do make mistakes.
We all do,
but I don't think I'm perfect or anything like that.
What?
A lot of people think that I do, but I don't. I'm fallible, everybody.
You heard it here.
You heard it first.
Yeah. So I fuck up all the time. We laugh about it. We do. We really do. It's fun. So do you have any experience? Even like I've said, high level edibles can be very psychedelic too, because you're riding the same rails.
Oh yeah, it's so funny you say that. I'm very sensitive to edibles. Actually, I'm like one little nibble and I'll be pretty solid. If I eat
one
half
nibble
of it,
on like a 10 milligram or
100, literally anything. It has to be the tiniest bite of whatever I take to first ingest and see how I'm sitting with it, and then I kind of can take another bite and then another bite. And I don't do like a whole piece anymore. That's where the experiences and those kinds of things come into play. I think
it's a more responsible way to do
it. I've been there, literally shaking nerves. Like it's just not the greatest experience. Oh gosh. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, I was in my room in my bed and just happy and in my heavy blankie, just really figuring life out at the moment. But my most psychedelic experience,
a literal safety blanket.
Yes, it is a literal. Yes, absolutely. Wrap oneself when too high is the little label on it. No, just kidding.
That's a way nice.
Yeah. So my most psychedelic experience was with mushrooms. I did take some. I was microdosing at first to just kind of dabble into that, but the real shroom trip, just allowed me to really sit back and just go with it. I had heard that if you were going to experience psychedelics or really get into that introducing microdosing can sound like the way to go, but you really want to dive head first because you don't want the mind trying to battle that feeling and set yourself right and balance yourself out again, because you want to just go with that experience and you just want to make sure that it's capturing and you're flowing with it. So that's what allowed me just to take a whole good handful and take a whole actually made like a candy bar out of it, and it was very, very nice, very good experience. And I just went with it, and it really allowed me to kind of open up that vulnerability part that I was saying that was just kind of closed off and not open to the world. It allowed me to just like feel things again and just really sit with myself. And
sometimes I believe with that kind of sense, thank you for sharing that and continue to share. But like, I feel that those experiences are best when you do get a bit scared, because it kind of shocks you out of that hole, and then you get to like change your perspective.
Yes,
and that's really dope, and that's really what I believe the change comes from, is us not getting out of the prison that we form within our own minds.
Exactly.
That's dope. That's a very eloquent way to put
trip in my ass.
I have one speed and go.
Yes.
That's what I say, and I just sound just like an idiot. So thank you very much for explaining it that way. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that so I can. What I do is,
like, haven't I been telling you that the whole time, Ryan?
I know, but I don't. I say it dumbed. So yeah, and what did your trip like bring you? I mean, if you want to share any of that.
Yeah, it is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely an experience that kind of it showed me what I kept seeing. Like, I was laying in my closet. Okay, I'll set the scene. And my closet is a pretty decent sized room, a little bit, maybe a couple feet smaller than what this room is right now.
A lot
So
of
it can have, a lot of shoes, a
Well,
lot of outfits.
hey, I like shoes too. I don't really
But
care.
in the center of it, I have my couch, and it's all my things in my space,
You have a
right?
couch in
So
your
yeah,
closet? That
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. And so I was laying on the couch, right? And it was early morning, because that's, for me, is when I feel like the most open to healing and just perspective, new day, new feelings, new thoughts, very, very positive. So that's when I went ahead and was like, today's the day. I'm gonna, just take that handful. I'm gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna feel the feels. And in my
Intention.
closet, yeah, I
Dope.
lit a candle, and it was within the candle that I would really watch the flicker of the lights and just the way that it was moving on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And it formed an eye. Like, no kid, I kid you not, a whole eye with eyelashes, like an eye, like it was looking in the top of my ceiling, like down. Yes, it was very much like, am I really seeing this? And normally that would scare me enough to stop. Yes, the third eye, right? It was
all-seeing
truly
eye.
there. It was truly there. And no joke, I sat there and just stared at it and just kind of watched as it was there. And it just gave me those feelings of, normally this would, like, oh my gosh, this is weird. Let me blink out of it. Let me see something else. Let me do something else, in that kind of panic mode. But I really didn't. I just went with it, and
Well,
that was the
it's
opening.
dope that you did, because when you do that, when you go, go away,
Yeah.
that stuff goes, oh yeah, and it just takes the gas. It's like, I'm gonna show it all to you now.
Yes.
But then I don't know. I dope. That's another, like, so you explained intention, what you wanted to
Yes.
do. You explained set and setting,
Absolutely.
where you were at, and when you were taking it, with the light and everything. Dope. That's again, you're putting out exactly what we're saying, but better explaining. I can't even. Ryan, talking take 3. Dope. So yeah, because, like, I've never said that there's ever a bad trip. I've had challenging trips, but it shows me a perspective of, okay, hey, this is actually going on. You're ignoring it.
Yes.
Pay attention. Absolutely dope. But there's also good times when you do microdosing or something and you're smoking weed together.
Oh yeah.
And playing video games.
Oh, perfect.
Stuff like that too.
Mhm.
I mean,
fun stuff.
man, I feel obligated to say this. Don't do drugs, kid. Drugs are dangerous. Cal Scrooby. Sorry. But yeah, we're not in.
If you do them responsibly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And stay away from the hard stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, and as we're talking about stuff, you have more and more. Drew was talking last week about psilocybin, different treatment centers starting to pop up. Ketamine treatment centers. I can't even think of anything. I'm trying not to say but I've been talking to the VA, and we're talking about there's something that it's something that maybe the listeners can talk to their doctors about. It's called Spravato. It's ketamine. It's an inhaler for ketamine. Now you can't take that home and just be like, and just be like getting ripped. It's not a good idea anyway, believe me. Ketamine's not to be played with.
Yeah.
But you go there and you have a treatment or whatever, but the doctor keeps it or something. But it is something, if you have PTSD, especially if you're a very, like, reactive person, angry kind of a person, I believe it'll be good for you. Again, talk to doctors. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. But again, I'm glad that we're all talking about this. Did you know do you have a specific strain that you like? Because a lot of people I've heard love the albino, the penis envies and stuff like that. I myself cannot find a normal dose with those. Everyone seems like a heroic dose, even as I've tried to, like, microdose. I'm like, what happened? Was this, like, shroom like this big, and when they dried it, did it just concentrate? Am I eating shroom concentrates?
It's just a strain.
I'd be high heaven.
That strain is just very potent. It's a nice heavy. It would be like a heavy indica.
It's
strain.
just the the come up with those is just so intense. It's like the wind's blowing in your face and like you're sitting still.
Try the cluster bombs. Try the cluster bombs.
I'll try. Ladies and gentlemen, if you send me stuff, I'll try it. No, I'm just kidding. Don't send me shit. You don't know where to send me anything. That's a horrible thing to say.
I'm like,
Don't send me. But all right. So let's go ahead and jump to break real quick, and then we'll come back with, I feel like, their bigger segment, which we need to talk about is like mental health.
Great.
Oh, I was about to go in. I go back.
Hey.
And we're back. So, mental health is wealth. Let it rain on your brain. 3, 2. I don't know. So, mental health is wealth. We all deal with this. How has cannabis, psychedelics, your burlesque, and all of this that you've used, how has that helped more and more with your mental health? Because I'm shocked. I'm the public performing, talking just on this is not easy for people, but dancing and doing all that kind of stuff, I mean, that takes a level of confidence and I mean, you do a good job. So how have you combated all mental health with cannabis and stuff like that?
It's very, very well woven into my expression of the music that I pick and the movements that I gravitate towards within my choreography. I started with modeling in order to gain confidence and see myself through a lens that others would tell me, you're so beautiful, you should do, you should do this, you should do that. And I had a hard time believing them. And it was always something that I struggled with as far as just confidence and self-esteem in general, just with, the abuse and just kind of really understanding that I'm enough, and showing up that way every single day. And that's our own battle, right? Just waking up in the morning and just knowing like this is a new day, a new start. And, telling myself that every single day became monotonous and became like, okay, I need to do something about this. If I really want to believe it, I need to act it. I need to live it. I need to encompass it. And that's where I found little photo shoots, little things like that allowed me to see myself through something different. So through the camera lens, what are others seeing that I'm missing? And it just allowed me to channel something that was within myself in the picture and with a scene and a set and a character in a way that allowed me to just put my creativeness into the forefront of my mind. And that just let me swim through all those insecurities and just think like, okay, where are my pain points? And one of them was, stage presence and, really moving towards modeling, but you're quiet, you can take a picture. It's one-on-one with a photographer. It's really not too crowd oriented. But when I started to do burlesque, I found local burlesque classes through Lessons with Lyric, which is in the Valley. And she really taught me the confidence on how to bring that to stage, and joining those classes with other women and other girls that are just powerful and confident allowed me to just say, okay, they stepped into their own, I can step into my own. And what is that exactly? And so that was another step into, just diving into the exercise of it, just really getting that endurance. It made me want to work out, which made me then feel confident in the moves and the body and the performance, and just really feeling that strength and endurance. And then that just started to really unravel the knot that was my mental health at the time. And it just, just one string at a time. It was, the physical,
just like a workout.
Yes.
It's just like anything.
Endorphins and just
learning something. Just it takes time. And
yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So cannabis absolutely helps me. I mean, I'm dealing with the VA constantly with my mental health. I was supposed to be with counseling. They've canceled all that kind of stuff, so we got to move on from there and figure out that. Yet it's not easy, no matter if you're a veteran or anything, especially nowadays. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
Everybody's so stressed out. I see it every day trying to do like Grubhub deliveries or something on the side, and I'm not rushing around because I don't have anywhere to be at any really time, or if I'm late to pick up the thing, it's just good that it's going to be late. So I try not to be because it's not what you're supposed to do. But, I'm not stressed out. I don't have a boss like screaming at me or anything like that. So thank God for that for me. But I just watch all these people just driving around, and and I see all these stickers on their cars, and they're like namaste, and then just like I was just like, oh my gosh. And I'm usually never mind. But I'm having a good time. This is why I'm not rushing around. I was like, oh shit. but yeah, it gets to a thing, but there's just I don't know. I wish everyone could kind of calm down and kind of see that.
Yes.
But again, it's a workout. Like just mental health is a workout
every day.
Every day. And there's days you're going to just be tired, and you have to prepare for those more than I feel the days that you have the energy.
Yep.
And discipline is also art. So hats off to you for that as well, because the more you do, like, I think I saw it on Joe Rogan or something where they said, someone said, discipline is doing the things that you don't want to do, but doing them like you like it. And I'm like, so I use that sometimes, but it's very hard. So, do you tend to, like smoke before or like after, like when you're performing or something? Like myself, I smoke before like everything I do because I feel like I need it to kind of shut off that white noise that is the societal stresses.
Before, during, and after.
You got it. You got it. He already knows.
Everybody take it, smoke a little bit for that one. Why do I ask these questions? We know. Awesome. And do you have any like possible coping mechanisms, anything to give out to people that maybe could help them in their struggles that helps you out? When I get stressed out, I talked about how I start to like count because I can control numbers.
Yeah.
I can do math and stuff. I can control that, but I can't control whatever's going on beside me.
Yeah.
So I may start just doing math and or cleaning. That's something I do. And it's like, I got to put everything in order because I can control this right now.
That's a military thing.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Straight to cleaning.
Yeah, it's a veteran in me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to share with the guests?
Yeah. Combination of the two. If I'm feeling that feeling of anxiety kind of creep up on me, I can kind of feel it in my chest first, and I do deep nose breathing. The breath work for me really works. Audible breaths where you just get that. And you really feel yourself audibly breathe out. It's bizarre because you don't want to take up that much space. You don't want to be that loud when you're breathing for some reason. It feels awkward. But when you do that, it really allows that brain, the audible, you hear it, you feel it, you say it. It's triggering so many senses when you do that type of breath work and that audible sort of breath. So it's a great thing of mine. I do talk myself through things. So me breathing awkwardly by somebody, they would expect it from me, but
I don't think anybody's gonna say anything nowadays.
I'm just over there like, no, I'm just kidding. Like, oh, okay,
get your camera out.
She good right now.
But yeah, no.
And
breathing,
setting the stage, really for me, like I sort of set the stage for myself even just before I perform, even making sure that I have things lined up. If I know that I have things in a certain place, I have this in a certain way. It's very OCD, but it's very comforting in those routines and those rituals in a way.
Oh, I know very much. You'll go and see, like, I don't always have my shoes and stuff in one place, but where they are, all of a sudden you'll just see like two like a couple of things of shoes and stuff, and just everything kind of like every once in a while is like dress right dress. It's because at one point in time I was walking around just like, all right, we're cleaning stuff up and stuff like that. So absolutely, cleaning, setting up, because everyone knows when your stuff is picked up and everything, you just feel more. I just feel more calm and everything.
Absolutely.
In my apartment. If I start to get anywhere stressed, like I just like, okay, and we're cleaning. And I've done that with people over, and it's just like, what's happening? Like, oh, I'm good. What's up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're like, this is stressing me out right
right
now.
Yeah, I mainly do it when there's people around because I don't like that environment. Everybody seems to think
kind of elevated when people are around.
Yeah, people seem to think I like being around large groups of people, but I really don't. Like,
it's rough. It's really rough as a veteran to like be around massive groups. I mean, I don't want to sound cliche or anything, but I have flashbacks as soon as I'm in a big group, because we'd be driving through Iraq or whatnot, and you can't react to anything unless you see like the white of their eyes and them shooting at you.
Wow.
So they could just, and you're in a town square where your vehicles aren't moving, but there's a sea of people around you. So at any time, someone could just pop up and do something, and then dip down into the thing, and you can't respond.
And it can be literally anybody. They're all dressed the same.
I had a kid point a weapon at me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, an AK. Luckily they got him, and before, because that was a rough one. But all these different things and stuff we deal with, and then see, like, as we're kind of getting like elevated and stuff, these are the things that we have to start talking about and everything, and working out with ourselves and figuring out how to cope with these different things. It's rough because especially with Veterans Days and stuff coming up, Memorial Days and everything coming up, it really hits a lot of us veterans. This is a Veterans Month for what right now? I don't know. I've seen something out, but finding different coping mechanisms, finding people to talk to. If you ever need anybody to talk to, hit me up any time of day. If I see it, I will say something. Please hit me up at the Healing Chefs, anywhere on YouTube. Anywhere you see us, hit me up, because we'll talk. Hit True up. We will talk, because we've all been through all this stuff, and it is lonely sometimes. And this is the reason that we're doing this, is not for vanity or anything like that. It's because those moments when you're sad and hurting and stuff, I don't want people to feel as alone as I did a couple of years ago when I had to check myself into the VA and whatnot. But you know what I'm saying?
You checked yourself into the vet?
Into the vet, yeah, because I'm an animal dog.
How did that go?
I'm a beast in these streets. Oh, thank you, everybody. Hey. And there he goes. But yeah, I checked myself into the veterinarian, veterinarian association. But no, I checked myself into the VA and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of the like elevated stuff. If you need something, hit us up, please. We'll go ahead and jump into the last segment, which is plug talk, all about Very good. That's as good as the Robert De Niro I can do. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, guys, it sounds like canned audience. I don't know where it came from, but butter. So plug talk is all about promoting you. Want to tell the people what you got going on, anything that you have in your family of people have going on, want to promote any of that, where can I reach you, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. Thank you. So I do have my next full spotlighted show at an event called Puss in Boots, which is put on by Lady Ziggy's, and that's in Tucson. So that will be
Shout out
at a
T-Town.
new, some lounges popping up there. So this one's at the Stone Cafe.
Okay.
Today I'll be with Asylum at a Mother's Day
is that at Exhale?
event at Exhale. Yes. So
Shout
I'll be
out
there.
Exhale, Asylum.
Yes. And next weekend, there is an event by House of Giants that is going to be a glow-in-the-dark bingo event. So I'll be in a glow-in-the-dark outfit there, little mini routine. And then from there, we'll see what summer brings. So got some personal stuff up my sleeve with Hollywood Betty just to expand the brand a little bit more, and to get that into the fashion in era and lane. I'm already doing some costuming and styling for my sets and whatnot. So diving into what I can do creatively and fashionly, and really get everybody's confidence up in general of everyone who really likes to see me. I'm also going to be auditioning for people to join Hollywood Betty Entertainment and to see what they can explore within their confidence and their self-esteem, and just empower other women to do what they want to do and feel confident in how they're doing it.
Absolutely. Where can they reach you to do any of that?
Yes, find me on my Instagram at Hollywood Betty, and then from there we can chat. And feel free to DM. I'm very friendly and I respond to those DMs. So I would absolutely love to have a conversation about what you're interested in seeing me in, or at, or where. And then also if you're interested in just getting that confidence up and really performing or doing what we can to explore there.
Dope. And are you doing, you said costume like design, are you like designing actually like outfits and stuff, or like you creating them? I don't know how to word that. Do you sew them?
That's the part that that I'm definitely exploring more with Hollywood Betty, and to getting it its own fashion line, and to really explore the waters. Hollywood Betty's kind of like the big umbrella of performance, which is the Hollywood part of it, and then Betty, which is all the baddie Bettys and whatnot in our history and up until now. So the combination of the two is what brings the empowerment and the entertainment and performance kind of things together.
Dope.
So with that comes fashion, naturally comes just presenting and putting on that show.
I just asked so people know also that eventually I have a design of an actual fabric that I want like created that isn't out. So I'm just trying to talk to different, because I don't know how I would implement any of this stuff, but I keep that close to the chest because it's not available. So it'll be made at some point in time, but that's absolutely dope. So make sure you hit her up at Hollywood Betty on IG. Thank you very much for coming. We'll thank you again here in a second, but let's go ahead and go into what we have going on. Next week, I believe I have no idea. I believe I have no idea what I'm talking about. And I bet you a bunch of people can. Go ahead and throw your dog shit comments down in the basement. Just kidding. That's what Maddie Matheson says. He's my favorite chef. So next weekend, I love you guys all, even the haters. So next week is Man with a Fat 420 episode, and then at 1, and then Hades Canna Apothecary at 2 p.m. So a couple growers. I don't know if they're gonna bring anything, if they're gonna be showers.
Growers or showers.
Sorry. So that'll be dope. We'll see. Life comes in between sometimes. We'll see. I think I talked to both of them recently. I will be doing clips this week. So finally I'll have 3 episodes right now that I'll have to start clipping. So I may even start doing that tonight. So, but also we do a live premiere of this either Monday or Tuesday night at about 5 p.m. Can you be there?
Yeah.
What are we thinking, Monday or Tuesday?
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Monday.
Okay. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and do that, and make sure we'll do the live chat. wanted to give a shout out to Santa Cruz Cookies, Earth Rhythm, Native Selections, Fuego Family Farms. I'm dyslexic.
Just slow down a little bit. Get it out. You'll be good.
Ryan talking, take 10. All right. So, yeah. Earth Rhythm, Growing Passion, The Buck, Fuego Family Farms. I still couldn't do
Maybe it's the apps.
It is. There's five of them. There's 3 of them.
Fuego Family Farms.
Fuego.
Todd, Rob, all of them. Shout out High Grade. Shout out Arise. Shout out Sin City Seeds. Shout out not you. Shout out Fino Rich. Shout out Mexican Nightmare. Shout out Only Glam. Shout out Papadelic. Shout out Mexican Nightmare. I think I said that. Was it Trippy Terpenes? Yep.
And don't forget, shout out to you guys who are watching and listening. We appreciate you all.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone. Also in the chat, make fun of me. In the comments, go ahead. Tell me how many times I said I appreciate it. I can only get better. It's fun. Also, shout out Pause Consumption. Shout out Habari Entertainment. If you need any video stuff, make sure you go to habarientertainment.com.
Shout out Marijuana.
Shout out Marijuana. Shout out Psychedelics. Shout out Moms.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Mama, don't let your baby grow up to be cowboys. But I'm not. I did it, Mom. So thank you very much. Happy Mother's Day again. We'll tap in with you in the future. This is really very dope. Women empowerment. That's definitely the wave of the future. So make sure you tap in, smoke up, trip out. We're out of here. Love you all.